Star Wars Episode 9 is said to be a film that will have saga-wide implications by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, what's really intriguing about this movie is that we do know that this film is going to have saga-wide implications and will change many of the past Star Wars films, ranging from Episodes 1 all the way over until The Last Jedi. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with one of the set designs that will change how we view Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, specifically the ending of that movie. Now, what's really intriguing is that it's described that one of the sets developed for the film was the recreation of Palpatine's throne room. It's described that an actor in his 30s was hired to play a younger version of Luke Skywalker. It's said to be a scene that will offer new angles and never-before-seen shots of the throne room scene from Episode 6. It's described to be as similar to what was done for the recreation of the scene for Empire, in which new angles will be shown for the fight between Vader and Luke on Cloud City. It's described that the same applies here. One of the shots filmed included the young actor picking up the iconic green lightsaber, and it's described that a close-up of Luke's hand picking up the saber was filmed, to fill in the gaps of what was done in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Additionally, it's described that one of the sequences that were shot is said to go along with dialogue provided by Mark Hamill as Luke in a scene with Rey, which is likely to be similar to Luke explaining his past life to Rey in The Last Jedi, once again being done in Episode 9, and telling her his life story. It's described that the footage that follows this involves a flashback of Luke crashing his X-Wing on the planet Ahch-To. So, I really want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, first things first, alright? This is very similar to what was done for the sequence that will change how we view The Empire Strikes Back scene between both Luke and Vader. Now, we do know that some scenes were shot for the Cloud City set piece over for Episode 9. Now, in this scenario, they actually recreated the set of Palpatine's throne room for a very short sequence, most likely 10 to 15, maybe 20 seconds tops, where we do get to see new angles of Luke Skywalker fighting Darth Vader, and even the death of Emperor Palpatine. But more importantly is that this will give us a glimpse of a never-before-seen shot that was filmed of course, Luke Skywalker picking up the iconic green lightsaber that he threw away toward Emperor Palpatine. Now, this is a common misconception. A lot of people, often think that Luke Skywalker threw the lightsaber down the shaft of the Death Star 2, and that it was long gone pretty much forever. And you guys may or may not realize that at the very end of Episode 6, you do see the lightsaber still attached to his actual belt. So, during the Endor celebration, the lightsaber is there. So, in Episode 6, during the throne room scene, he does throw it away off camera, and now they're actually filling in the gaps in order to really make fans realize that Luke Skywalker did indeed pick that lightsaber back up, because, believe it or not, there are a lot of people out there that are still confused as to why Luke's lightsaber is still around in The Last Jedi, when we do get to see it in the flashback provided by Rian Johnson. So, like I say, guys, this is yet another attempt at Disney and Lucasfilm to provide more answers and to provide new looks into the original trilogy. Like I say, this film is going to have saga-wide implications, a lot of nostalgia, and a lot of fan service. Now, this actual sequence that involves new angles of Luke Skywalker fighting Darth Vader and even Emperor Palpatine's throne room, as well as a younger version of Luke picking up the iconic green lightsaber after chucking it away. It's followed by a sequence that will involve Luke Skywalker's X-Wing crashing into the ocean of Ahch-To. So, this definitely does, line directly up with what we saw a couple of weeks ago of the leaked photograph of course, the X-Wing, alright, the actual X-Wing that once belonged to Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy, the one that was actually crashed on Dagobah. We will actually be seeing that once again in Episode 9. So, this most definitely falls directly in line with Mark Hamill. Alright, we do know that Mark Hamill provided dialogue, explaining elements of the past to the character of Rey, portrayed by Daisy Ridley. So it's very likely that this sequence is Luke Skywalker telling his life story, or little tidbits of his life, ranging from during the events of the originals all the way up until right before the events of the sequel trilogy to the character of Rey. So, like I say, we've heard about this sequence as well for a long time now, about Luke Skywalker's X-Wing actually crashing into the ocean of Ahch-To and giving us a little bit, of an answer as to exactly why Luke Skywalker crashed it or exactly what caused the X-Wing to crash. It does also line directly up with the thunderstorm sequence that we heard about a very long time ago, that lightning hits the actual wing of Luke's X-Wing and that's what causes him to fall. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From nights in the